Sometimes cell phones help to build friendships. Sometimes the cell phone is comfortable because we don't have to meet to talk to each other. First of all, cell phone improve people's job. My job is to be a student. I have a cell phone in Korea. If I study with my cell phone and someone texts me, I want to see who is texting me, so the cell phone interrupts me. Cell phone usually have a game. It is hard to stop playing the game, which interrupts me too. Next, people share over the
I really
cell phone.
study hard.
또 다야? 아, 좀 더. 캐나다가 뭐가 달라? 너가 한국하고 다른 점을 캐나다에서 발견하고 영어로 한번 얘기해보자.
Cool. Cooler than Korea.
Society. Even when mankind was in very grave danger, people enjoyed their culture. There are a lot of things that affect culture, and the cultures include a lot of things, and those are related. Lastly, what will happen if people lose their culture? There are a lot of key points that change culture. Religions are the most important points. The religions decide people's food, clothes, and styles of building. The languages are important too, because languages change people's literature.
I will find my future and learn English. And I will do my best.
Culture has three important aspects. The first important aspect of culture is manner. The second aspect is food. Food is important in our life too, so it became a part of the culture. The third one is dwelling. It is a necessary thing to live in the country. It is developed according to the characteristics of the country. All over the world, they have their own manner. It is different between each country. In Canada, they have the tradition of tipping. When they are in the restaurant, if they have finished their meal, they have to pay for the food, including
Father
the
is
tips.
very kind and so much love me.
어, 오케이.
My mother is sometimes kind, sometimes
I'm
angry.
going to talk about the students have to go to school. According to my view, there are many reasons why you don't need to go to school. First, you spend a lot of money to study. Instead of spending money for studying, we can buy more delicious food, travel to other country, or we can buy anything we want. Second, we can learn through online lectures. Last, nowadays there are lots of violent and criminal events. According to the facts, there has come into being one disease called the beginning of term syndrome, which starts before we go to school. I know these things from experience, so if you are going to school or have one
It's
week
nice more than Korea. And I study more than English in Canada. You don't worry me. I'm okay. Bye bye. Thanks to promise.
People have important things in their lives. Even if it is simple and worthless, if people believe it is important to them, it can be considered precious thing. Almost all people have similar important things in their lives. Most people think money is important. Nowadays, people cannot live without money. Money can provide basic life essentials such as clothing, food, and shelter. Second, if people have religion, their mental state can be peaceful. Last, having family and having good human relations is good in a person's life. Family can make people have responsibility. It can also give people a
My name is Emily.
Today's topic is does boredom lead to trouble? Does boredom lead to trouble? I think boredom leads to problems. Anybody has a boring subject or they desire that their children be better than them. Therefore, nowadays lots of students are going to academies and have tutors. Lots of students are working very hard because of money. Money is the principal reason of studying hard. All people want to be rich. If we want to have achievement, we have to work very hard. Also, we have to have a competitor. If we don't have competition, there is no significance in working hard and we cannot feel an overflowing joy. If I can give a gift to my children, just like God, I want to give them the gift of understanding. It is the most important thing in studying. There are smart students and...
Hello, my name is Sienna. Today I will talk about my future diary. Last night I had sleep only 3 hours because of preparing the future program. I have to product the future program because Christmas is coming soon. Hi, my name is Sienna. Today's my topic is what technology has evolved in the last 20 years that has changed our lives. In the recent 20 years, many things have changed our lives. I haven't even lived for 20 years, but I have seen huge developments in my life. Especially IT, which is information technology, has improved very much over the past 20 years. There are touch phones, smartphones, Wi-Fi, social networks, and many electric devices that have come out during
Tell
this.
you about a very memorable trip I took. I went to Europe with my mom. We visited Germany, Italy, Switzerland, France, and England. I was very excited because I always wanted to go to Europe. We drank.
Nowadays, the water is polluted a lot more than 5 centuries ago. Wasting and using too much water makes water disappear. Also, lots of other things lead to water disappearing. Increased populations, water trade, and industrializations are just a few reasons why water is today so important to reserve. If there is not enough water, then people might fight over it because people need to survive. Water is the second most important resource in the world for surviving. Industrialization causes the water contamination.
I want to make many friends. I want
A lot of things have developed. Furthermore, I guarantee that people are going to develop a lot of things in the future. Additionally, a lot of people also argue about that we have to keep developing or stop. A lot of people say we have to stop developing because it is going to make the environment worse than before. Despite that, a host of people say we have to keep developing things. We need to develop cities and build more housings so that people can have more place to live. If we develop our education system, students can learn more efficiently.
Sometimes I can play or joke, but in Korea, but now in Canada I will not do joke and not play, only study. In Canada I will do that.
Adults are giving them the presents for birthday, New Year's Day, and Christmas Day. Little kids are thinking they will get toys or electronic devices, but usually they get education on objects such as books, exercising balls, or computers. If I give children gifts, I would probably give them lots of different kinds of things that they do not expect to get as a gift. When I will give children presents,
I will give them books because reading books are good for educating students.
Canada is a good country, I think, because many people are handsome and beautiful, and
he is good dad and a good person. His way of thinking is similar to my way. We don't really debate about important issues on how to live. Thanks to my parents that they are my parents. My dad was the youngest of his siblings, so he has some influence from his older siblings. My grandfather was a stern man. My father never debated with his father because he was so scary. Our family enforced too much. Our family thought breaking the rule is dying. My father was born in Masan. His father was public.
I have a plan. It is I want to speak English very well, and I want
Your life by Jacob Yoon. Do you admire someone in your life? Probably you have more than one person that you admire. In my case, I have a special person whom I admire. He helped me to come to Canada. He supported me when I was at Korea. He's strict, but he's really funny. He wished that I can do things that I actually wish for. He's my dad. I admire him because he has supported me in things that I wanted to do. He supported me when I wanted to play baseball. When I had an exam, my dad helped me to study. He stayed out with me when I studied for exam.